How I made the most hated teacher in my school accidentally expose her own favoritism and get reassigned mid-year. All through high school, there was one teacher everyone dreaded, Mrs. Vance. She taught English, but she acted like she was training us for a dystopian boot camp. She was the kind of teacher who returned essays with comments like, "Did you even try?" and would take off points if your margins were hostile. But her worst trait, she played favorites, loudly and shamelessly. If you were one of her top 5 students, usually athletes or kids from wealthy families, you could turn in an assignment late, missing, torn in half, or with your dog's drool on it, and she'd give you an A with a smile. Everyone else, 0, always 0. Even if you handed it in early. I wasn't one of her favorites. I was the kid who sat near the window, got good grades everywhere else, and remained invisible to her, except when she wanted someone to blame for class energy being low. It all came to a head during our big research project, which was worth 40% of the semester grade. I spent weeks on mine. It was genuinely the best paper I'd written in high school. When grades came out, she gave me a 58. No comments, no corrections, just a 58. Meanwhile, one of her favorite students, a guy who openly bragged about copy-pasting Wikipedia articles, got a 100 with a note that said, "Insightful work." I went to her after class and asked, politely, why I lost so many points. She gave me the most infuriating answer possible. Some students have a natural talent for writing, others don't. I knew arguing was pointless, so I decided on a different approach. The setup. Mrs. Vance loved 2 things deeply. Her favorite students. Being praised publicly. So I came up with a plan that would use both. Our school had an anonymous teacher feedback week, where students could submit evaluations online that the admin would later summarize during teacher review conferences. Most students used it to complain, but it wasn't taken very seriously, unless something unusual popped up. I submitted my feedback like normal, but I added something special. I wrote, "Mrs. Vance consistently grades without using the rubric. Many students report receiving high or low grades without explanation. Several of her top-performing students openly admit they do not complete assignments." That alone wouldn't do much, so I added phase 2. Phase 2, the fake compliment trap. Mrs. Vance had a bulletin board in her room where she posted printed emails of positive feedback to show off.